call me because I'm not sending no help.
I know.
So she only gonna fuck the ones up that's fucking with the babies. That's her number one thing because we can't come back to this shit. So the only way to not come back to it is to clean it up now. Our children shouldn't have to fight this fight. This shit should be well cleaned up. My son, 8 years old, by the time he 18, he should be worried about how to spend all this goddamn money we done made.
Very true. No,
that should be the biggest worry he have in his life.
Next question. The FBI just hired all of those black men.
Listen.
By the hundreds and thousands. What's going on?
So they are trying to matriculate them through different forms of the old government to FEMA. FEMA is short for female. The female is going to be the ones that's running FEMA. Mm-hmm. And they got a group of matriarch sisters from all communities across the land with experience in varying different fields, where this one might be in charge of animal rescue, right? This one might be in charge of disaster relief. This one might be in charge of reorganizing to feed the children.
Okay.
Right. You might have a sister that's a veteran. She's going to be part of the team that's working with the Wounded Warrior Project. Okay. Because they was doing so effectively well with the recovering soldiers that was coming home. They was doing better than the VA. All of the veteran affairs is going to be shifted over to that organization, and they're going to be heavily funded. Okay. Right? Because they understand, because it's ran by veterans that understand the struggle of the veterans. They understand. This is eventually going to phase out because we ain't going to be doing this war shit.
Thanks.
Right? But for right now, we have warriors that suffer and fought in these wars, and now we're going to be using them boots on the ground to help in the community to reorganize as we redistribute the wealth. Okay. So they bring these new recruits into all of these government agencies. All of these agencies are now defunct, been defunct for 3 years. Right? But they still using the template for a training tool to maximize the use of the experience of the aged ones who are leaving. Okay. Right? So you take what you need from the old system so you can transition into the new system, and you learn from the best people in the field with the best intentions to do the best job to give the people that American dream they lied to us about before they dropped this goddamn Plymouth Rock shit on our ass.
Now, another question. Is Trump with us or against us? Because he stole all the federal sealed documents and not giving them back.
Look, he ain't stole nothing. First of all, who loaded up his truck with the documents? Do you know? Mm-mm. The same motherfuckers who told the Department of Justice that the documents was missing. They was also in communication with Trump the whole time. And he was like, yeah, sure, come on, get whatever you need. But they wasn't looking for that. That was a smoke screen. Right? Because now they agitating him to the point where all of the fraud shit that they trying to keep undercover, he gonna drop the bomb and expose all that shit.
He's so petty. I can see him doing that shit too. Like, oh, get you on, like, oh, everything with a seal on it. Put it in the car. Come on.
He been telling us, look, in his speeches, ever since January, he been saying the same goddamn thing. They didn't win the election. He keeps saying it. They didn't win the election.
I knew.
We caught him in voter fraud.
It was around the Capitol. Old boy had the black pawn on his body. They captured the flag. He had the Buffalo Soldier horns on. He freaking howled through the hall.
I did a whole I did a report on it as soon as it happened.
Where is it?
On my Facebook page.
I'm like, would you look at this? I'm like,
I did a video on my Ryan Hayes page about a couple of weeks before they took it down. That I was explaining to people occupying Pelosi's desk And I showed him where he put in the public domain that he was sent by us.
Black Pawn.
Right? And he told them that he was part of the QAnons. And he told them that he was in special forces in the United States Marines on special assignment. And then he went in there and kicked his feet up and planted the Old Glory, the flag of the land, behind the Admiralty flag to recover the jurisdiction.
Yes.
So that shift us from Admiralty and maritime jurisdiction and put us back under the law of the land, which is the tribal laws that we had that predate the Constitution. But the Constitution has always been in effect ever since we've been here, because part of the chief becoming a chief, he used to have to remember each part of it, and not until it was totally memorized could he attain the office to be a lawgiver in the community, because the Constitution had to be known by heart, because it got to be in your heart.
Okay, with that, what's the significance of Trump pleading the fifth 44 times?
That was a message directly to Malik Angel Bay that he see you and he coming to get you.
I figured that. Nice.
The fifth is the 5-point star, Peace Stone Nation. 44 is Chief Malik Angel Bay angel number.
Nice. I figured that. Now,
so he was letting him know that when I say free Larry Hoover, I mean free motherfucking Chief Malik Angel Bay. Period. I don't just mean because my chief, he ain't the only one of the chiefs. And Mama said ain't no big eyes and no little U's. Big Mama said don't leave no stone unturned. So everywhere I see a chief in crisis, I'm going to fucking say something.
Okay.
And when I say something about one, it applies to all of them, whether they the male chiefs or the female chiefs. And we got more female chiefs than we got male chiefs.
Very true.
That's how we end up having a matriarchal society. I got 26 seconds.
Brittany Garner. What's the significance of her and why are they holding her? Who are they trying to exchange her for? They won't tell us what to exchange for. Like, who are they trying to exchange her for and why? They tricked her into going over there. I think that was a whole setup. And anyway, really? You're going to hold her and she's playing?
Hey, Robert. Hold on, let me get, I gotta switch to this laptop. We live.
Got you. I'm in here, Elder.
Oh yeah, we live right now. Hey, I'm gonna pull that folder up, man. Hey, if you're in the building, hit that like, hit that subscribe button, man. About to get it cracking with the legendary brother Rod Hayes, man, in the building.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
All right, hold on, let me get this chat pulled up and we taking off, man. Non-stop action.
I'm trying to find it on YouTube on my other device.
Yeah, you probably have to reload it because not reload the but just reload YouTube because it just popped up just now, probably.
Yep. I just want to be able to see the live chat.
Better get it cracking, bro. I got the live chat pulled up. Let me share this. Oh yeah, I got the thumbnail already put up on there. So Hey, if you're in the building, we give them time to come in because I just made the announcement just like 30 minutes ago. So they loading in here now. It's going up now.
Mm-hmm.
So we give them a couple minutes. So just hit the shit, get right, set up. We're gonna get in.
So for the ones that's coming in earlier today, we're going to be going over some of the history and show y'all how they be hiding shit in plain sight when they be telling the story. Right. So a lot of people elder than heard me say a lot of times that we left the land to go fight the Gullah Wars or the Seminole Wars, depending on who's telling the story, the victor or the defeated, or us versus them. The person telling the story determined what the name of the wars is called. So when the Spaniards is telling it, or those sympathetic to the Spanish cause, conquistadors, they call it the Seminole Wars. But the key reason they call it the Seminole Wars is what we need to be trying to figure out. Because we need to find out what the word Seminole means. Right? And the root word is semi.
Oh yeah, that's fire. Go ahead.
Semi means part or half or almost.
Okay.
It's a portion of something. The Spaniards claim they called us Seminoles because we were an admixture of tribes. We weren't an original tribe. We was tribes, conglomerate of tribes. Now, they was telling the world in the Seminole Wars, the black Seminoles was runaway slaves that ran away to Florida. Now, before we go any further with that concept, anybody ever heard in anybody's history book that the slaves fled south to escape slavery?
I heard it.
Where'd they go?
I mean, that's not south. They said north. I mean, they said they escaped north.
Yeah, to escape slavery, right?
Yeah.
Okay, is Florida north or south?
South.
So all of a sudden now they escape into the south, and this is where the hotbed of activity is, primarily in the southeastern portion of the country. Right? So do we got a map in that collection?
Let's see. Right here, I think it's the map. Is that one of the maps you had?
Showing where the Seminoles were. If not, it's going to be explained in the other posts anyway.
Okay.
You see that red line?
Okay, you want to build that back up? All right. Hold up. Yeah, I see it.
Scroll down under the key.
The Seminoles.
Scroll down on the picture so we can see the map.
Yeah. You see it right there?
It's going to tell you what each color line means.
Yeah, the red represents Seminole. The purple represents Chickasaw. Yellow represents Creek. Blue represents Cherokee.
I want the people that's watching to see it too. Now remember, they say that they brought us on ships. How the fuck is they getting across the Gulf of Mexico into New Orleans?
Yeah, right. That's a good right here. The yellow, the Seminole.
That's Creek Indian. Yellow, red is the Seminole. How they coming across the Gulf?
Yeah, how do they get across if they ain't got no boats?
But look where they going. You see where they are going, right? Okay, so this is the Trail of Tears. We was actually moving in the opposite direction of the arrows. And they was moving with the $5 Indians backtracking on where we left so that they can feel our encampments, our villages, and turn them into reservations. So this is the pattern that they shown. They saying that we went west, but when we read the story about the Seminole Wars, we gonna find out which direction we was really going. And I ain't the one wrote this shit. I ain't write this shit, Elder. I'm just pointing out what I see. You dig?
Yeah, I got you. This right here, fight. This right here, something to think about.
So we letting the people get a chance to come in. We at 85 now. As soon as we break 100, we gonna take off full flight on this shit.
All right. All right.
So the start is the pictures that's actual screenshots of an article that tells the history of the Seminole Wars or the Gullah Wars.
Mm-hmm.
So go to the folder. We at 90, Elder. So this might give us right on time.
Let me go back to the first picture. What you start because they all in order. How you sent them to me.
Right. Let's go back. Let's see what the layout looked like. Then I can tell you where I need to be.
Okay. All right. Let me blow it up. This might be the same. Here's the same picture. I don't need one picture of it.
Okay, the reason why this picture is in here, you see the red circle right there?
Where?
The picture you was just on. Go back to it.
Okay, right here?
Yeah, we just gonna go through the pictures.
All right.
Because they just in here for reference points.
Yeah, right there.
The second one. Go to the second picture at the top.
Okay.
Because you already had the first one was tied. Right? Then the second one you had it up, but you took it down. No, not that. Go back over to the left 2 pictures.
I got it.
Okay, I'm looking at the other screens. I need to be looking at the same screen you on.
Okay, right here. This is the picture you're talking about with the red circle on it, right?
Right. Now you see what it's saying there?
Yeah. It says Oxman Bay praying in front of Mongolian. I can't see that.
Okay, now blow the picture up so that they can see what's going on. Because you wouldn't know that this is not a pilgrim and the so-called Indian, except for the way that the Mongolians dressed over there was different.
Mm-hmm.
The leather they used was from the yak, which is a different texture from the leather we use from the bison.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. Go ahead.
So you'll see that they guard, it looks more harder leather. But remember, also another reason for this picture right here is I told you that the Moors was fighting Seminoles.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, was fighting Mongols, and they was capturing them, using them as servants and slaves, and that's who they brought over here and passed off as $5 Indians.
Mm-hmm.
This just showing you a Moor doing salat in front of the Mongols that's obviously about to kill his ass.
That's fire, man. See what I'm about.
Yep. Okay, now this picture right here is important. You see those swords on their hat?
Mm-hmm.
All of them was sworn by a death oath, including Kirkman Bay.
Mm-hmm.
But he couldn't leave Millie ill in there because he was dirty too. Right?
Both of them were dirty.
Yep. So it was a couple of more people that left the Moorish Science Temple after the funeral of Noble Drew Ali, but they became FOI later on. But we're not going to get into that. That's going to sidetrack us. But the reason we got this picture is so you can see these motherfuckers is sworn to secrecy. That's Gerald Ford at the top right. C. Kirkman Bay top center. That's motherfucking J. Edgar Hoover top left. I think that's Eisenhower on the bottom left. And that's an actor. I forgot his name. But that's all from the ancient.
I know these are three president. Sure.
Mm-hmm. This all the ancient Arabic order, the nobles of the mystic shrine.
Mm-hmm.
Right? That's what that's all about. Okay, go to the next picture. This is a crest of the black nobility. That's how black them niggas is. We black, but we ain't that black.
Uh-huh.
That's because their heart is that black. Straight chaos beings. But they ain't the chaos beings like we are. We chaos beings from the order of the light.
Yeah.
So they come over here with a different energy. Truman, that's the president we seen. The president we seen was Truman. Okay, now notice the colors.
Yeah.
Colors is always important. All right, let's go on to the next one. These are Mongols and Huns, or what it say at the top?
It says
that's Latin. We ain't got to try to read it. It's Latin.
Oh shit! Yeah.
Look at the bottom of it. See if it got something written in English.
Nah, that's the whole picture right there.
Okay, now these are the same motherfuckers they passing off as $5 Indians mixed with pale skinned Europeans. Okay, let's go. I wanted them to see what
It
they
says
look
something about
like.
the type of race. Like yeah, it says something about the type of race that what. And I know this right here is like Latin. It's what Q is what typo like
Yeah,
type.
the Asiatic continent is
Yeah.
what types of races from the Asiatic continent.
Yep, that's what it's saying. Yep.
I didn't want to translate it. So
Yeah. But
since you
you
pushed
know
the
what you're
issue.
talking about off over time of just seeing different shit. I can just translate some of it because I know a little bit of Spanish.
Okay, now look at these people.
Yep.
This is a picture of your Seminole Nation fighting against the enemy. This is what we looked at like. This is how we dress.
Mm-hmm. That's
right.
Keep in mind.
Now you notice we got different styles of dress, different headgear. That's because we're a conglomeration of tribes right now.
Mm-hmm. That's fire.
Okay, let's go on to the next one.
That's fire. How you got that right there?
Okay, that's the map we went over earlier. Right. Now, what this say?
The goal of Seminole defeat U.S. Army. Christmas Day, 1837. The Battle of Lake
Okeechobee. That was one of the most definitive battles to curb the people being taken as prisoners of war and used as servants.
Mm-hmm.
That they called the slave system, which we're gonna get to that in a minute because we need to find out what they really was doing with this emancipation shit.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, let's go on to the next one. Okay, now let's read what this say. It says the Seminole Wars, 3 related military conflicts in Florida between the United States and the Seminole, citizens of a Native American nation. Now look what it say. This is important. Which formed in the region during the early 1700s.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
That means that before the 1700s, what we know as Seminoles wasn't formed.
Exactly. Go ahead.
Right. Now look what it say. Hostilities commenced in 1816 and continued through 1858 with 2 periods of uneasy truce between active conflict. You see what it say now, right?
Yep.
All right. Now, this is, notice they call it the Seminole Wars.
Mm-hmm.
We ain't never had no truce with them motherfuckers, is what they not telling you. But let's go on to the next one.